All right, we're
Got a
ready.
good view?
Yes.
Okay. So we're all done. Everything went great. We're going to start right here, image number 1, and work our way all the way through to image number 10. So the MRI said she had a small undersurface posterior horn medial meniscal tear, which is in the back of the medial side, but she actually had a big tear. Okay, so here's a piece of it right there, and it's basically flipped underneath itself. So the piece tears, one piece kind of went that way, one piece went this way and tucked. Okay? So then she's got this big fragment of meniscus that's folded up on itself, making this part of the meniscus twice as thick as normal. So it'd be like your socks being bunched up under your heel.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just not smooth, it's not what it's supposed to be, and it's twice as thick. So that's a big tear, and the MRI underestimated how big the tear was. And it's not a big deal, but you know, the flip side is you get in there and you don't see that much. This is kind of, you get in there and you saw a little more, and it's almost kind of gratifying to know that you get some significant pathology that you're chasing, right?
So the size of the tear is not going to change her recovery?
No, I really don't think it will. I don't
Okay.
think it'll change the timeline. I don't think it'll change. What I hope it does is she appreciates the difference better because there was a significant tear. Like if you got in there and you didn't see much, you'd be like, oh gosh, I hope she really feels a big difference from this.
Right. Well,
So it's gratifying to some extent to find something that we know how to work on. So, but anyway, let's do the pictures. Here's the ACL, which looks good. Okay, she's got a nice looking ACL, fan shaped, kind of broadens out as it goes to the tibia. Here's the now this is going to be the lateral meniscus is what we looked at first, and so that's lateral femoral condyle, lateral meniscus, lateral tibia. And all she had there was a little nick right there. She had a little small, and I went ahead and trimmed that up. I did a little cleanup at the end, but I didn't like it. It had a little tiny, it's quite called a tear or not, but it was enough that it bothered me.
okay.
This is the medial tear, okay, and this is sizable. You know, again, it's flipped under, and you don't see it in this picture, but there was another fragment that was kind of stuck up here in the notch. So that comes out, that little piece comes out, and we trim it back, and then we start to see something nice and smooth like this.
Okay.
Okay. This is that, and then this is me pulling that, messing with that piece. Okay, and it's, I don't know if you can really appreciate it, but that's a pretty sizable chunk.
Okay.
So before, after, and then after, and then after. So we trim out the part that's torn, and then she had that little notch right there in the meniscus that I trimmed up on the other side as well.
Okay.
Now the MRI also said she had some arthritis behind her kneecap, so that's what that represents right there. And there is some, it is a little bit worn there. There is some wear and tear there, but it's not severe. It's certainly not bone exposed, and big areas where there's no cartilage and so forth. So that's good prognosis there, and I think she's going to do well with this. Go ahead, you had a question?
No, I'm listening.
Okay, so a couple things before you shut this off. Just a reminder, up and around right away. Okay, so when you get her home, once she's set and comfortable, go ahead and get her out of bed. 2 laps in the house every 2 hours. We talked about that. 30 foot pumps every 30 minutes. Put a little reminder on your phone. Okay, 30 minutes is up. Let's do some foot pumps. Gentle bending of the knee, just taking the knee and going back and forth like this is really good for it. Okay, so when she's sitting in a chair, just watching Netflix, let's just start working that knee a little bit. Okay,
Right.
After every episode, she gets 30 pumps, that kind of stuff. She does not have to lay in bed. We don't want anybody to lay in bed or they get blood clots.
Okay.
The message received, I'm sure. She can get it wet in the shower in 2 days. Okay, so 48 hours, the whole thing can get wet, regular shower. Tomorrow, when she takes a shower, she should keep this dry.
Okay.
So just wrap some plastic around it, saran wrap, that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I'm trying to think how we've got a bench that we can use.
Perfect.
And it's her right leg, right?
It's her right leg. So I think the nurses like, there's a type of saran wrap that you can use where you just start at the top and work your way down. Just cover up her bandage with that.
Okay.
Or you put a whole, just cover the whole leg in a trash bag or bath. You just kind of feel it, but it's only for 1 day. So
Right.
if she can survive tomorrow, the next day, by Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning, she's taking a regular shower.
Okay. Well, then